Jan, why are you depriving your husband sex? Because he didn't do something for you. And then for 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, you choose not to allow him to have sex with you anymore. Yet you are his wife. Makagini. If you knew you were not ready to allow him sex, then why did you choose to marry him in the first place? I don't have any problem if you choose not to let your husband to have sex with you. But don't complain when he goes outside and starts sleeping with other women. Just be woman enough to know that's the other side of the repercussion or chain reaction of your decision. If you want to deprive him of sex, then fine. But he has the right, as far as I'm concerned, to fulfill that sexual urge if he wants to express it anyway. It's his choice to make. So next time, whatever issue, whatever argument between you two, whatever you think about him, as long as he's your husband, you should allow him sex. Or divorce him and walk away and stop wasting his time. Anyway, now, this is for men. So, maybe you are already a husband, or maybe not, or you are planning to get married today, tomorrow, soon, in future, who knows. Now, you're already married. I don't know, how did you do your own marriage? Both traditional wedding and white wedding. White wedding is what they do in the church. Basically, court marriage. Basically, legal marriage. The one they signed, you went and signed the documents in the court of law. However, I don't know. I don't even care anyway. So, if you did only traditional wedding, thumbs up. If you did both traditional and white wedding, well, I don't know, because for what I gathered recently, I'm not sure, but it appears once you go to to court and sign a document as husband and wife that you married a woman and she's now your wife. What you basically signed was monogamy marriage, so it can be held against you if you are caught sleeping with another woman. Hey, I didn't make that law. You should have done your inquiry before you go and sign that document. If it has happened, well, there's still a solution I'm going to provide before the video ends. But if you are yet to marry and you are considering to marry, state that condition clearly from the beginning before you go and pay the bride price, that you only do traditional wedding. So as here in Nigeria, I believe every tribe in Nigeria, in fact almost all African tribes, they do traditional wedding. I want to believe so. Even non-Africans. It's only white men that don't do that. Because, I don't know why, do you even still have culture? I believe you guys do, but everything, the Christianity have taken over your culture. So that's why when it comes to marriage, it's only at the church. That's where you celebrate yours. Anyways, another other thing, like the Jews, they still have their marriage culture. I don't think Jews do white wedding, like go to church or anything. They don't even go to church. They call their synagogue, right? I hope I'm correct. Now, before you marry, I will advise you, as a man now, I'm talking to me, I will advise you, state that condition that you live apart from your wife. Is a good option for me. If you can, that's the best way to go about it. Because the reason why sometimes wives deny their husband sex, there could be many reasons, but I just say one of the reasons, or one of the main reasons, is because they've lost respect for their husbands. It's as simple as that. Forget about every other thing you're saying. And why did they usually lose that respect for their man? Because they don't see the man finish. In other words, you live with her from morning till night. She sees you every, okay, not, well, at least every day, but not every moment, you know. So she has seen your weaknesses. You become vulnerable at some point, and you let your guard down sometimes. So she doesn't, she would rather, I don't know, I really want to be careful with things I say, so I won't make sound as if I'm creating problem in people's marriages. No, our point is she can easily lose that respect for you simply because you guys are living together. Not in all cases, but in most cases, unfortunately. So it's better you guys live apart. That's the best. I know people that do that, and trust me, it's always a way to tell your girl, your wife, that you have options. You can choose to sleep outside if you want to. So whatever she's doing, she don't push you to that wall. Make it known. Even if it's just one, even if it's self-contained, yes, go there and stay. Rent, build your house, build castle, let your wife and children stay there. They stay away from there. I just look at the men before us. Even when they have their own compounds, the husband live in his own hut. The wife and children stay in their own. It will help you. But you might say, what do I know? Well, what do I know actually? I'm not the one complaining after marriage. You see a lot of men complaining from morning till night. Tomorrow, one deadly disease will come and take you over. Anyway, so that's one option for married men. It would make sense to prevent monogamous marriage from the beginning by doing only traditional wedding. Now, this is for those who are yet to marry. Please do not do white wedding, because that white wedding, I think even the certificate you signed in the church counts, or I could be wrong, but that one will kind of force you to sign that marriage certificate. Some churches will even insist you do court wedding before you do church wedding. That you go and sign that marriage certificate before the white wedding, or something like that. Or some, I know back then in the 80s, 70s, usually after, okay, for Catholic Church, remind me again, I think their own is after the celebration at the altar, when they go inside mass service room or something, then they will sign the marriage certificate. Maybe that one is for church, maybe there's another one. I don't know, I don't care. I just say once you start signing any document, you are bound to that. In other words, it can be used against you in court of law that you cheated. So you can't sleep outside. In other words, if she decides to starve you of sex for 5 years, whatever you do, if you are caught, if she catches you, sorry is your name. Anyway, now another good option. Now, before I go to the next option, which is basically like the last, the reason why traditional marriage is better, only traditional marriage is better, is because at least for Igbo land, Igbo traditional wedding, there is no Igbo law, no rule as far as traditional marriage is concerned, where it's only during the time of joining both the bride and the groom or whatever together in that traditional wedding, where they will say only two of you will live together as husband and wife. I've never, please tell me in Igbo land, which of Igbo town, which Igbo culture, tradition, custom, where it's limited in a traditional wedding that the man will only marry one wife. Just show me. You see all this, that's what men, we are being, I don't know, one thing with this monogamy is that it was introduced by Christianity, and came with a lot of deceptive narrative to make it look as if, oh, that is ordained by God, that it must be only one man, one wife. If we like, we can analyze the Bible, but it still remains, was never, the men before us in almost all cultures, it's not just Africa, almost all cultures we are practicing polygamy. And suddenly Christianity came and everybody started making it look as if the men before us were all devils. They were all evils. In fact, almost all of them would be gnashing their teeth, regretting their life in hellfire for marrying more than one wife because they didn't know about Christianity before the Jesus Christ came to be. So they all sinned and did horrible things for marrying more than one wife. Honestly, they did a good numbers on men when Christianity came. And when you even look at it, Christianity itself, was it even Christianity? Because I don't understand. I'm not sure it wasn't Christianity because even the Christian Bible, the Holy Bible, at least the Jerusalem Bible that I know of, did it even condemn polygamy? I don't know where that monogamy even came from. I think it's just a white man's culture. All of a sudden, it wasn't originally white man's culture, but for some reasons, they accepted it and then they forced every other nation they colonized to adopt that. Because every other person passing it one way or the other way, we are all colonized by the West. So we took their culture. Instead of the good ones among them, we took that. Anyway, so if you are in monogamous marriage, it's not possible for if you are in a polygamous marriage, I don't see the possibility ever of one of your wife to deprive you of sex. Haba, I dey ekunu na. And ayobiko na polygamy. Say abeg come make I knack you. Which man go beg you? Ha. This one when women crave for attention like what? They there now, who beg you 1 year, 2 years, you even enter your house, enter your heart, they come, they say, I beg, open leg. Why you go ask you? All the favors, everything they go to the other wives, they there. They beg. That's because of when you have no option, that why she will start looking for all the reasons in the world why man must not live by sex alone. But when in a polygamous marriage, then no, it's my night to satisfy my husband. But in a monogamous marriage, no. Why should you live by sex alone? Start from beginning for those who are yet to marry. Start from day one to state all these conditions. No matter how you care about that girl, state it clear. If I were you, do not do whitewash. Avoid it. I know she will want it. She will crave for it. She will do everything to force you. In fact, she will threaten that she will not marry you or she will accept, she will break up with you. Even if you have proposed and she accepted to be your wife, and you now tell her, see, you only do traditional wedding, no white wedding. She might threaten that if you don't do white one, she's not going to marry you. She will cut the whole thing off. Let her do it. It's for your own good. Mara can't someone in marriage. At least I'm married too much. No, so I English understand what I'm saying. I won't say everything in English. I'll say because there are some words, some vernacular words that if you try to interpret it in English, it will lose the meaning. Some people will, especially the non-Igbos, or the people who don't understand that vernacular will We see it. We see the meaning literally based on the words. You know. Now the final one. You're already married, fine. Monogamous marriage, fine. You sign the document. Well, but nothing you can do anymore. But there could be another way out, because for me it's all about solutions. Okay, she's always tired. She goes to work every day, comes back in the evening, prepare food for children, do this one, sweep the house, do this, do this, do that. So she's already tired, no time for sex. Okay, fine. Man, okay, fine, go and buy sex doll. Yes, I know some men will not, probably don't even know about this or the existence of sex dolls. In fact, these days we're even talking about sex robots, not even sex dolls anymore. Female ones. The artificial women, sex dolls, sex robots. I mean, the robots now, from what I heard and what I've seen on some, you know, documentaries, artificial women with all the women, female sexual figures and artificial organs, they actually, I can converse with them. Yeah, I know they are fake, they are not real, but you know, men like loyalty. They crave for loyalty for women. You can get that even though it's not real. You can get it. My point is, if forget that first, at least you have something you can ease that testosterone inside. I don't know, the high sex drive. She's not available, fine, this one is there. You don't need to even hide it. Let it be in your matrimonial room. Why would she object to that? Which one would she prefer? That you go and sleep outside and bring in so-called diseases? Then you have this one that is, you know, no leave, no transfer. So if she doesn't put out, fine, you have your way with this. In fact, if care is not taken, you might even start to give her this the sex doll more attention than the national one. Yeah, I'm joking. You know, but my point is, a wife that actually care about her family and want to secure that monogamous marriage to the last, or till what you guys saw on the altar, that do you part. You shouldn't have a problem if your husband get a sex doll. You should not have a problem. If you really care about that man, if you're not putting that, then let him have this. Why are you now having issue with him having a sex doll? Because you don't find sex interesting anymore does not mean your husband should be the same. Are you a man? Do you know what goes through inside men when they go outside and see all these naked girls? Girls, almost every girl now, young girl, and even married and old women, they are all going, most of them or some of them, going half naked. You keep the man's dick up almost the whole day, and then he comes back and he respected you, didn't want to talk to any of them, came back only for you to deny him. After all the energy that has been pumping, boom, 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 he didn't still, he craved everything in. If you are not putting on, fine, I'll allow him on this. Women start to understand that men are not women. They are not. You may think that what he says, it's not a big deal to us too, but unfortunately you guys have changed the whole thing. Because now, what is reigning now is fashion. They design women clothes so that it will keep every man sexually active. Every man that passes through sees you on the roads, immediately, boom, even when he doesn't even want to have such thoughts. So which one do you prefer? For him to fail for that and you start complaining that he's not strong enough to withstand that temptation, or to have something that it will matter what, even if he sees it, he say, okay, fine, I have something that will take care of me when I get home, when you are not ready to do that. So it shouldn't be a problem. Guys, God, settle down now. I don't know, some people, if you go online, some it seems they cost over £1 million. That's because I don't think they sell it in Nigeria. You have to import. So a good one, from look of things, cost over £1 million. In fact, could be depending on the quality. There are some. In fact, guys, there are some men now who have tested it over and over and over and over for a long time, and they came out and said having sex with sex doll actually feels better or feels the same. I'm talking of the artificial vagina. Feel, according to them, the way these Chinese guys do this inside of it, they say it feels, if not better. Hey, maybe you should buy your own, test it, and give us feedback. Let's see. Maybe they are lying. Can prove them wrong. That's how we say, oh, £1 million is too much. Yeah, well, maybe it's probably over £2 million. I don't know for sure. Just go online, you see different types. But the point is, are you sure it's not cheaper? Even if it's 2-3 million naira. Considering that you know what it takes to have a side chick. Every now and then you are spending on her. She's demanding this, demanding that. Before you know it, she'll tell you, hey, I'm pregnant too. You start running her skirt out so that she'll tell you, no, I'm pregnant, I'm not having this baby. Who is going to pay for the abortion? Is it not you? Whether it's true she's pregnant or not, it's no longer relevant. You must take care of her, either, even if she decides to give birth. It's on you. Take care of the baby, still on you, everything. Then you rent a house for her, you do this, even if sometimes to have sex with her, you have to go and rent a hotel, spend the night. How much does a night in a hotel cost these days in Nigeria? Take her out, spend how many thousands or hundreds of thousands to impress her, to allow you sex. All these things, come on, when you look at it, like, if you spend that 1 million, 2 million, or even less than 1 million, for the next, maybe the next 5 years or so, that will be all you will spend, and yet you'll be enjoying sex with your sex doll. I mean, it's cheaper, no disease. There's some STD you get, you see that your dick, you go chop and finish, nothing will remain again. Be careful. So for men who are staying there, I know some people will start judging, this one, your mind is dirty, you can't get a woman, that's why I'm looking at sex doll. They're there, see your grave. So they see all the men where just because of one night stand, just because he said hello to one girl, just because they had sex one night, boom. They'll carry you go court. Before you even go court, you have slept for weeks in police detention. That you raped her, or you sexually assaulted her, or this or that. Anything she says, you can't deny. How can you prove otherwise? When there's evidence that you two of you were together in that room. That it was a consent sex, consensual. Forget that one. That one, now you they speak grammar. You know, if as a man, you are guilty already. How to prove you are innocent is, well, just make sure she doesn't shed tears in the court. My point is, guys, no, now go get sex doll. Maybe some other Nigerians who knows? If I have my way, I'll start to import and sell that sex doll. So it's not illegal. Last time I checked, it's not. So if it is, please let me know. Put in the comment section. I don't know. So people, maybe you should consider that. I don't know. So that could be another way, maybe, to save your marriage in your monogamous marriage. Sex doll. In fact, sex robot now is a wage. Now there are people now, they are looking for that. I know it's going to cost way higher than the sex doll, but man, that one self is no longer you doing the whole work on the bed. That one too, the sex robot will even do. In fact, You may even be the one to do the whole work. You will be the one to stay there and come here. You know people say, not the problem. Anyway, so these are my options for both married men who are about to get married or considering to get married in future or be married in future. So these are things you have to set the boundaries, state your distance. If you want to do the white wedding, do your court marriage, understand that there's high possibility. I'm not saying probability, but most married men will tell you 2, 3, 4 years into the marriage, it becomes sexless marriage. No more sex. That's why they say men are always cheating. Do you ever ask why they are doing that? Do you ever find that? Some people, yeah, I know, some will still, will sleep around no matter what, but majority, they sleep around not because they want to. Well, it's up to you, make your choice. I'm only giving you options to choose from. Make a joke of this video, laugh at me for even suggesting sex dog. At the end of the day, now you go there prison. At the end of the day, now you go carry one disease that nobody can be able to cure. At the end of the day, you'll be battling what is it called? Is it child custody? Not custody. Child support. You'll be paying every month. Every month they will be increasing your child support for you. I don't know if it's obtainable in Nigeria, if it's a thing in Nigeria, but I know those in West. Just have a sense with one woman, and whether you are the two sperm donor or not, all she needs is to write your name on the marriage certificate, and you don't become fertile. How can you prove otherwise? If you like, you see that what is it called? DNA test. It's not yet enforced. She can insist no DNA, and there's nothing you can do. I could be wrong though. So, of course, marriage could be a good thing if that's what you really desire. I'm just telling men options. So you don't go and put yourself in a bad condition and find it difficult to come out from. Polygamy still remains the best for any man that wants to marry. But to achieve that, please don't go to court to sign any marriage. Do only traditional wedding and stop it there. If the girl doesn't want, then don't marry her. Look for another person. If you want, sign your life away. It doesn't concern me. What else? I don't know what else the other thing to add other than like the video, subscribe, see you in the next one.